Hello, we are going to do a quick demonstration of Interzoid's AI Data Enrichment Agent in a lead scoring capacity. This enrichment agent enables you to define whatever real-world information you need and append it to your existing data in real-time or in batch dataset mode, either of which, of course, is ideal for lead scoring. This near-infinite data enrichment capability can elevate marketing, CRM, analytics, operations, AI model building, and any other application where automated real-world data collection can create tremendous value. In this example, we are going to show the automated retrieval of demographic data for a given company or organization based on an email address. This would be data like number of employees, website, headquarters location, revenue, SIC code, description, CEO contact, etc. Lead scoring is a critical practice for prioritizing your most promising prospects and improving marketing efficiency. Interzoid's AI Data Enrichment Agent empowers sales and marketing teams by enriching prospect data with customized, AI-driven insights, making lead scoring more accurate, impactful, and revenue-generating. Enriching data in real time improves marketing efficiency, so you can focus your marketing budget on prospects that are most likely to convert. It also boosts sales productivity, allowing sales reps to concentrate efforts on high-value leads. First, let's start with our source dataset, which is simply a text file list of email addresses that we want to enrich with more business demographic information for our lead scoring purposes. Some examples here include people at IBM, Cisco, NVIDIA, Salesforce, SAP, and Oracle. These are presumably email addresses from people who filled out a web form or equivalent. Next, we must provide the agent with its instructions so it can do its work. Since we will be processing an entire dataset in this case, we will go to batch.interzoid.com to run the agent. It's also available via an easy-to-integrate API, but the batch capability enables us to process many agent requests simultaneously in parallel. While this example is small, in practice, very large datasets can be processed. Once at the application, click on AI Data Agent, as this is the interface to operating the Data Enrichment Agent. To use these capabilities, you will need an API key. This is how we keep track of usage. You can obtain one by registering at our website. Please see the link in the YouTube description. The first thing we need to do to get our enrichment data is provide a general description of the kind of data that we want to obtain. In this case, we want business demographic data for companies. So in the topic text box under Describe Desired Enrichment Data, let's put the following: business demographic data for companies. This helps provide the context to the agent as to what data we are looking for. Next, we need to add and describe the output parameters that are the specific custom demographics that we want to get for each of these companies. This is the actual data that the agent will produce. Go to the Output Parameters section in the left column. We simply need to enter a name that is descriptive of the output parameter. The first parameter we want, let's call website URL domain only. This will provide the website URL, which will help us verify that we have the right company. Using domain only in the field name will clean up the URL, ensuring HTTP and other noisy parts of the URL are not included. Then we will click Add Parameter to add the second output parameter. Let's get the location, as that will provide some additional validation that we have the right company. Values could include city, state, region, country, and so on. Next, let's get the number of employees. This is an interesting data point and could likely be a key determination in a lead scorecard. Let's also get revenue. This, of course, will be another important data point that might determine how a company scores in a customer lead scoring algorithm. Perhaps you want to emphasize companies over a certain revenue threshold. Year founded is another example of a data point that might be of interest depending on your product or service. CEO is an example of a title that you might want to reach out to based on the other parameters. Now, let's also get a brief description of the company or organization that we might want to reference as we analyze a lead. This will be a larger narrative type output field, so its use might be more subjective than other data points. Finally, let's add Flagship product as another field we might want to reference in a response or outreach email of some kind. That will be all of the parameters that we create for this particular data agent run. So now, we have defined and created the exact data set we need based on our own custom requirements that we might want to run a lead scoring algorithm on. as we will have more data than just an email address to work with. Now, we just need to configure a few more settings before we set the agent off and running to get our data. Under File Setup Configuration, the column number for our lookup value in the file is okay with the number 1, as our input file only has one column to begin with. For model, we are going to select Model A Premium as our choice. While this is more expensive than our other models because of the agent's access to a diversity of data sources and back-end processing, including web scans, it will give us the most detailed, comprehensive results. For input file type, since we only have one column, CSV is fine, while we have the option to access a file via web URL. Such as an AWS S3 file perhaps, we can just use our local file of company names shown earlier as the data source. Click the Choose Input File button to do so. Click on the file name, and the corresponding path to our input file will be displayed as the local file input setting. Let's leave our output file format to CSV, and that is all we need to do to configure our data enrichment agent to obtain the specific data we are looking for. Finally, we click the Run button, and our agent will go out and get the data we have asked for each of the companies in our input file. This will take some time to run as it goes out to the cloud and web, so we will wait for the results to come back. Once completed, you will see the results in raw CSV form in the text window. For a more structured view, we can display the results in a grid, which gives us a quick view of the resultant data. Then, we can save the results of our output file so we can use it anywhere, such as in Excel, Google Sheets, an analytics platform, or any other data platform. Simply click the Save button and give the output file a name. We can then import that file into various tools such as Excel, CRM systems, marketing automation platforms, or anywhere else we want to use this data to perform lead scoring algorithms. Here is the data in Google Sheets where we can see the website URL, the location, number of employees, revenue, text description of the company, and so on. The link to these results so you can review them for yourself is available in the YouTube description for this video. As you can see, any data you can imagine that will help you is now available quickly and easily for your use in organized dataset form. For more information, visit www.interzoid.com. Thank you.